Hey y'all, Edward the Brick Building Texan here with another speed build for you. And today we're building a mock using the Black Panther bust set 76215. We are going to rebuild this into mock number 221863 found on rebrickable.com. It's going to turn this like head and upper chest and arms bust into a head and full torso bust. I'm really excited about this. As much as I enjoyed building this bust, I enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't. They thought it was, it's big, it's bulky, it is very heavy. And it's kind of an awkward just showing the shoulders, like narrow part of the chest and the hands crossing. But I'm looking forward to seeing how this is going to look as a full torso bust. It uses 2,925 of the 2,961 pieces that are in the original set. There are no extra parts required. Everything that I need to rebuild it is here in this set. It was designed by rebrickable.com user Ransom Fern. His name is going to be right here on the screen for you. I purchased these plans from rebrickable.com. They are not free. And I encourage you, if you want to rebuild your Black Panther bust into the full torso bust, go check out his plans on Rebrickable and purchase them. It's only about $17 to purchase the plans, and you get pretty, like, almost 1,300 steps to rebuild this. It's one of my biggest rebuild projects to date. Not, I think, the biggest. It's going to take me a while to disassemble this and get it sorted and get it built, but I'm excited to start this process. And I'm done talking about it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So let's get to it. to my review of the Black Panther bust MOC-221863 from Rubrical.com user Ransom Fern. As always, credit to the designer. I paid for the instructions and I built this. Okay, we'll start with some of the positives. As a display piece, looks wonderful. This is literally right here next to me, so it's not like forced perspective or anything like that. It's literally right here. It looks wonderful. It's gonna be a good display piece. I think visually it looks better than the original Black Panther bust, where it was the head like life size, some shoulders, a little bit of the chest, and the forearms right here. This one gives a little smaller scale overall, uses the entire torso all the way up, complete arms, shoulders, upper arms, everything. And the mask is done properly this time. It looks really good. Now, as a build, it was pretty frustrating at times. There were parts that were hard to keep together. My theory is that since this was already a Lego set that I had previously built, the clutch power has been diminished because of that. Like, you know, Lego pieces are over time, they just don't stick the same way anymore because, you know, when you put them together, they stretch, but they don't return to the original shape. It's not rubber. And I think that's what happened with some of the studs in this one, because I was having some troubles getting this thing together. At one point, the entire base crumbled because it's being held together by arches and a couple studs. And I had to actually stop and take apart what I had done to reassemble the base because it was already like falling apart. It was too far ahead to simply just, you know, kind of shuffle it around. I had to take a lot of what I'd done apart in large hunks and replace it. In fact, when I later in the build, when I got near the end, I actually had to go buy a tray. This thing is actually sitting on a tray right now. Because if I had tried to move it from the torso, it probably would have crumbled. As a matter of fact, parts of it have already started crumbling. The nameplate sticker piece that was attached has already become detached. But it's to the point where I cannot like go through and fix it without totally wrecking this, and I don't want to do that again. So its permanent home, it will be on this tray. I found an under the cabinet tray at Target. It's like $13, and I bought some of the anti-skid material for cabinet liners and stuff, so it doesn't slide around too much. And it's doing the job. It's very little shaky when I move it, but as long as I remove the head, because there's another thing, the head is not attached. It literally just sits on a few studs here at the top. A bunch of Technic stuff that was done at the very beginning of the build. Now, let's say this though. The head looks really good. Nice representation of the Black Panther himself or herself. You know, I think this is supposed to be T'Challa, but it could be you know Shuri or anybody else that has held the mantle of the Black Panther, of course. But this is going to be a pretty good display piece. I'm glad to be done with the process. It took me a couple weeks to get this completely finished, mainly because, you know, I had work and, you know, just being tired from work and not having enough time to dedicate to this, because it took a little longer because it was a mock. So I had to go through all the directions. It's just very tedious at times. But the end process is really good. If you've built this mock, and you have thoughts on this, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. I'm not going to knock Ransom Fern for his wonderful design. The design is wonderful. Some of the execution was a little questionable, though. That's why I'm going to leave that there. So no hate on the designer. It's just, you know, that's kind of the price we pay when we build a mock sometimes. And that brings me to the end of the review. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more content. And as always, follow me on my other socials. They're all linked in the description of this video and in my bio. Go check them out there. And that'll do it for today, guys. Keep on building. Bye.